no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, no. There's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste. So you better do the damn thing right. You only got one life. You better do the damn thing right.
Welcome guys back to the ShoeBender podcast. So glad to have you guys back. I mean, we're going to jump right into it, man. There's a lot of stuff to be talking about. There's a lot of stuff that happened in between yesterday and today. So it's going to be awesome. We're going to have a good time. So sit back, relax, do whatever you got to do. If that means you got to spark one, spark one. If that means you have to go grab a cold one from the fridge, go grab a cold one from the fridge. Whatever it is you got to do, come join your boy. So we're going to jump right into the NBA playoffs and what's been going on there. And literally every series is tied besides one. The only one that isn't tied is Golden State and Memphis, which is on the Western Conference. And the only reason why that one isn't tied, man, is because, I mean, this Memphis team almost beat Golden State with its star player out. And it wouldn't be the first time they did this because their record is actually 22-5 without Ja in the lineup, which is really good, like really, really good. It goes to show what kind of team they have. But they really needed him yesterday, especially at the very end in crunch time, because that's where his offense is best. He drives down the lane, and then he kicks out, or he just goes in for the scoop layup. And it was honestly, if you watch this game, it was a horrible game to watch, man. It was bad. Like, I mean, this is Golden State. They're usually automatic from three. They weren't hitting anything, man. Like, it was a bad game. It was a bad and sloppy game for both sides, not just, one side. And Golden State, of course, their experience kicked in, their championship pedigree kicked in, and they were able to walk away with the win. That's just how it goes, man. Like I said before, the Grizzlies are just learning. They're learning how to win these games, and it's hard. It's not easy. There's a reason why you don't really repeat all the time. If you do get to repeat, I mean, damn, good for you, because it's rare. But yeah, the Memphis, they tried honestly their absolute hardest, but they just couldn't get it done. I finally was happy that they had Steven Adams in the lineup, which they have been staying away from him. I don't know why. I mean, this guy literally has the most offensive rebounds in the league for like the past 2 years. I would keep him in. But like I said, in crunch time, it just didn't work out. Memphis had the lead late. They just couldn't close, man. They couldn't close the game. Me personally, I thought towards the end it was kind of bullshit how the Golden State were getting these foul calls. Like, to me, the ultimate one was when Devin Bane was literally like right behind Curry, pause, and he literally just barely touches him, and Curry, throws himself forward, and he gets the call, and that's pretty much what sealed the game. And it was just bad, man. And not even that was the worst part. The worst part too was when Jaren Jackson decided to shoot up a hero. He was trying to play hero ball, and so was Dylan. So it was Dylan Brooks, I think that's his name, the kid from Oregon. He was trying to play hero ball too. I mean, he shot an ugly three that they really didn't need when it was just like a 1-point game. But the very last shot of the game to try to tie it, you had Jackson shooting it, and he literally had 3 Golden State players all around him, and Draymond was able to block it. And it was just bad. Like, they didn't run a play. They were just like discombobulated. They didn't know, like, you could just tell they didn't know what to do. Nobody wanted the ball, so Jackson said, all right, I'll just shoot it up. Just didn't work out, man. So that's the only series that's basically kind of over, because it is a 3-1 lead. But if anybody's known for blowing a 3-1 lead, you already know which team that is. It's a little different now, though, because there's no LeBron on the other side or Kyrie. So Golden State's probably going to end up closing out in Memphis. If not, Memphis will probably get one more win at home and then close it out. And then Golden State will close it out in Golden State. So that game was going on yesterday. Tonight, the Phoenix Suns and the Dallas Mavericks play today. That series is tied 2-2, man. I'm telling you, you never know what could happen. This series is really good. There was some controversy going on in this game because of I guess Chris Paul, some fan was like trying to hug his mom and his wife, like just something crazy. And Chris Paul obviously like ain't no man gonna like that, especially if it's some random ass person. And so there was some drama going on in that game because of that. But that series is tied 2-2 right now. The series goes back to Phoenix, and they look good, man. Dallas fought. They fought at home. That's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to win at home. But this isn't a series because nobody's won on the road yet. Every time the home team has won. So we'll see what happens there, man. Because it did. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks, they fighting. I'm telling you, every team that's left, it's gonna be a battle, man. It's not gonna be. They're just not gonna let you walk away with this thing. So that series is tied 2-2, man, and there's pretty much every game is pretty much up in the air now. It literally comes down to those championship plays. I mean, obviously Phoenix is gonna get the nod because they literally were just in the finals last year, and Dallas isn't. They're still trying to get there, and it's one of those things too. It's like, are you really gonna? Is Brunson always gonna step up? Is Keebler always gonna step up? Like, it's just one of those things that you're just hoping that your role players step up for you. Because if not, it's literally just all on Luka right now. That's just the way it is right now with Dallas. And Phoenix is just a good team all around, like literally solid all around. And they could just guard you 1 through 5, no matter what players they have on the court. So we'll see what happens there. They are in Phoenix, so I'm going to give it to Phoenix. But you never know, man. I mean, in this last game, Crowder, yeah, he twisted his ankle, and me personally, the way he was limping around, the pain that he was in, I didn't think he was going to come back, but he did. It obviously wasn't to no effect because they still lost the game. But I still got Phoenix. I got Phoenix winning it tonight, at least in Phoenix. They're supposed to win tonight, but we'll see, man. We'll see what happens, but I got Phoenix winning tonight. We'll hop over to the Eastern Conference, where we have Miami and Philadelphia also playing tonight. That series is tied 2-2. See what I mean? It's like literally, I don't know if they've been watching my podcast or something, and they were just kind of like, yo, this guy says that they ain't no series, so let's tie everything up. Because literally every series is tied ever since I said that shit. And so they're going to be going back to Miami. Miami won both at home. 76ers won both at home. There's some controversy going on right now with that whole series too, because people feel like Embiid should have won MVP. They ended up giving it to the Joker, which congratulations to the Serbian. I think that's awesome. I seen a stat, like he had like a crazy stat. I honestly wish I could bring it back up in my head right now, but I can't. But it was wild. Like, it was like, oh, okay, that's why he won MVP. People are making an argument for Embiid, especially because they won their last 2 games at home when they lost 2 games in Miami when he wasn't playing. So he comes back and they win 2 in a row. So he's got an argument. Like, he obviously is very valuable to his team. But it's I believe it's like they got like just like analysts, or it's a media award. So if like the media don't like you, they're not gonna give you the award basically, which to me I think is BS. They should have former players voting for MVP and Finals MVP. But what do I know, right? So this series is tied. They're going back to Miami, and Miami hasn't lost at home. So none of the home teams have lost at home. So until one of them loses at home, I'm going to keep rocking with the home team. And, of course, I'm going to rock with Miami because LBJ. We got 2 rings for them. So I'm going to rock with Miami, and I'm going to rock with them winning tonight. But we'll see, because Embiid is back, and they haven't lost with Embiid in the lineup. So it's a happy medium right now, man. Everything is up in the air right now, but I got Miami. I'm certifying that it's Miami's going to win tonight. And they're at home. You can't beat that white hot, man. There's some fine-ass Highness down there. And you know that James Harden is very weak to that shit. So we'll see what happens there. But I got Miami winning tonight. Last night we had Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics going at it. And now they're tied 2-2. This series has been crazy, man. Like, Milwaukee looked like they were about to win this game. And then Boston, it wasn't even Boston. It was Al Horford. Al Horford had like 15 points in the fourth quarter, man. And he had a really good sequence at one point. Giannis yeeted on him, bro. Just slammed it right down in his face. Mocos stared him down. And then from there, like something swishing Al Horford, man, because he went berserk. I mean, he dropped 15 like points in a row. And not only that, he literally went down the other side, and then he yeeted on Giannis and got the and one. You could tell he was really pissed off because he actually smacked Giannis in the face. He did get I think he only got a technical. I don't think he got a flagrant. But I mean, it was I've watched Al Horford play with a lot of teams, especially when he was with the Hawks over there, when LeBron was sweeping them, and then also when he was with Boston. I didn't really get to see him when he was in OKC because, let's be real, they didn't really show OKC in national broadcast. And I mean, he showed out. What kind of bugged me is that they were like, Bleacher Report was making it seem that like it was because of Jason Tatum. It was not because of Jason Tatum. Let's be real. It was because of Al Horford. Al Horford closed that game last night for the Boston Celtics, and that's the reason why they were tied. And the one thing I don't like about Boston too is how these guys weren't talking shit until after they had the lead. And then after they had the lead, all of a sudden Jaylen Brown's all trying to act like a tough guy. You got Tatum over here trying, and it's like, come on, guys. If you guys are going to be like that, do like that shit the whole game. It's like when Michael Jordan said in the Last Dance documentary, he's like, hey, let's see if that talking starts when it's 0-0 and not when you have like a 5.6 point lead, because it's true. And I just really didn't like that at Boston, but everybody knows I don't like Boston. I fucking can't stand that team, man. I can't stand that leprechaun. I just can't stand Boston. But I mean, that series is tied now, and they're going back to the Garden. So we'll see what happens there. You already know how I feel about playing in Boston. I just don't like it. I just never think it's a fair advantage. Their freaking fans are wild. Like, they bring it, man. They bring that energy, and they're always ready. Like, Boston fans, like, man, they very passionate, man. They really are, to the point where if you're not rooting for them, it gets really annoying. Really annoying. But that's just what it is playing in Boston. The one good thing I will say about Tatum, man, is that we really gotta start talking more about how good of an in-game dunker he is. Like, specifically being a posterizer. I mean, dude, this guy, he yeets it on people, man. Like, just I mean, he obviously, he got my boy LBJ one time, but we got the win, so it don't matter. But I mean, dude, like, I've seen Tatum just straight yeet it on guys, just straight yamming on guys for a while now, and it never gets talked about. He's a really good dunker, especially up in your face. Like, he's really good, man. And I really wanted him, I really wanted to get that out there, because I feel like, honestly, it just doesn't get talked about enough, and it should, because he's a really good in-game dunker, man. That's really what's going on in the NFL world. In the NBA world. My bad, I was already switching to the next topic. But yeah, like I said, every series is tied besides the Golden State and Memphis one. So we'll see what happens there. I got Phoenix winning tonight. I got Golden State closing it out in Golden State. I got Miami winning tonight, and then I still got the Bucks because they're defending champs. I got the Bucks winning in Boston. They need that win. They need that win, because if they don't get that win, it's gonna get really hard to beat Boston, man. But I truly believe that the Bucks, they're the defending champs. They'll figure it out. I know they will. So we'll see what happens there. They play tomorrow, just like the Golden State Warriors and Memphis play tomorrow. We'll see what goes down, man. It's starting to get really exciting in these playoffs, man. I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't watching them, start watching. Right now is a perfect time to watch while all these teams are literally tied up, because it could literally go from anywhere now. Injuries are gonna play a huge part. They always do. I always like to say that because it really does matter. But with that being said, we'll switch over to the NFL. There's some big ass news that dropped today in the NFL world, man. It kind of pissed a lot of people off, but hey, that's what happens when you're the man. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you're the GOAT, when you're the greatest of all time. when you got 7 rings. That's just what happens. If you don't know what happened, Tom Brady did sign a deal with Fox to be like an analyst, to be an announcer or a broadcaster basically during the games, for $375 million, man. 375. I seen the stat where it said that he literally is gonna make more being an analyst or a broadcaster than he did a player. Like, that's crazy. And the writing was kind of on the wall, but they kept it really on the wraps because, I mean, Fox let go of Troy Aikman and Joe Buck, which, like, literally, like, they're legendary for calling games for Fox. And they took off to ESPN. Well, there's another stat saying that Brady's going to make more money than both of them combined, which I think is nuts, man. But that's just what it is. When you got that juice, you know, when you're just that guy, people are going to pay you, man. And it kind of sucks though, because, you know, there probably was some analyst or journalist that really should be getting paid that kind of money, but they just don't got the name, man. Like, Brady is a brand. He's like legit gonna be an ambassador. So anytime they go to like a game overseas or anywhere else, like, people are gonna flock to go see Brady. Like, they're gonna freak out, you know. He's got that attraction. He is an attraction. So congratulations to him and his family. I was also seeing people making fun of him because they were like, damn, like, this dude really don't want to be a father or a husband, you know. Because he just, you know, because he's going to be on the road a lot. But it is what it is when you got that kind of pull, man. You know, that you have to get a guy. Like me personally, I honestly didn't like the signing because I just really don't think that Brady needs to do that, you know. It's like you don't need to do that for your legacy, I guess. But you can't keep him away from football, man. You just can't. He has a true passion and love for the sport, and doesn't want to leave it. So, you know, congratulations to him. And I'm gonna actually be really excited to watch him, you know, make some play calls, because I mean, he's gonna be calling out every defense. He's gonna tell you which player's going where, you know, what offense is gonna run what. So it's gonna be kind of like watching like Tony Romo, but like at a way advanced level. Because I mean, let's be real, Tony Romo knows his shit, but it's like you don't got the hardware, bro. And when you don't got the hardware, people don't take you serious. Let's be real. Yeah, he just got the sauce like that. And speaking of sauce, we had some rookie contracts get leaked the other day. And damn, dude, I feel bad for Sauce Gardner, man. If you don't know who Sauce Gardner is, he was a number one. No, he was a second corner taken in the draft. No, actually, he was the first. He was the first, and then it went Stingley. But Sauce Gardner, he went to the Jets, and they released his contract information, dude. I don't know what the hell they're doing in New York, man, but this guy was supposed to make like 37 mil a year, and after taxes, he's gonna make 17 mil, which is crazy. Like, they pretty much took half in taxes. And let's be real, like, New York, like, it ain't cheap to live there, dog. It's hella expensive. It's hella congested. Like, man, like, just seeing that, like, I felt so bad for that kid, man, because it's like, bro, you work your ass off, and then you literally get paid, and, you know, you want to take care of your family, and the government takes half. Like, that's not cool, man. That really ain't. And then you got the number 2 pick in Hutchinson, Aiden Hutchinson. He's getting paid like 35 mil guaranteed. Like, he's got a fully guaranteed contract, and he's got like a signing bonus of like 20 something million. Like, yeah, man, like it just wasn't cool, man. It wasn't cool to see that. But that's just what it is. It literally depends on where you get drafted. And unfortunately for Sauce Gardner, he went to New York, where they literally took all his money. It sucks, man. He'll make back up for it, you know, but it just really sucks to see people get taken advantage of like that by the government or by taxes. But that's what it is. That's what they say. The more money you make, the more money they take. So, and that's what it is. There was some other big news going on in the soccer world. in the soccer world, there was a huge signing, a signing that I honestly didn't even see coming. And I don't really, the only reason why I didn't see it coming is because, pause, this guy that got signed to this team, he was actually linked to Real Madrid and Barcelona. And it was just like a whole 180, man. Like, he got sent somewhere way totally different than everybody was expected. Like, I got woken up to this shit. Like, I was just like, what? I was like, he signed where? And so, obviously, like anybody else does, I went to, other, sports medias and stuff like that just to make sure that it's for sure that this kid went there. And I'm talking about Haaland, the kid from Drummond. And he went to Manchester City, man. They really did not need him there, but gosh damn, dude, like, to get a guy like that. There was a stat that I seen not too long ago, and it was Cristiano and Messi. It was like, from when they were young to, like, I think like the same age as Haaland is right now, which is like 24. They showed like how many goals they've scored, right? Messi and Ronaldo each had like 60 or 70 goals. Dude, this kid had like 140. Like, he's a scorer, man. Like, he's a striker. Like, when you look up striker in, the dictionary, you see Haaland. Like, this kid is good, man. And not only is he good, the team that he's going to is really stacked. Like, extremely stacked, dude. Like, they're the team that you pick, like, on FIFA because like, hey, this team's super good. Nobody's going to beat this team. For kind of put it into, like, perspective, Haaland, he didn't do what KD did, the way he did it, because he did it the right way. They did it with the transfer fee. And that's the thing, too, is like the transfer fee was hella low. It was only like 40 million, bro. Like, that ain't shit. Like, when Cristiano got transferred to Real Madrid, it was like 200 million something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just goes to show how bad they really wanted this guy. So, and what level that he's on. And so I seen that and I was like, dude, he only went for like 30 mil. Like, here, let me look it up for you guys just to just to give you guys the actual deets. So let's see here. Right here happened 7 hours ago. Let me check it out. Okay, so it's not saying really too much here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I seen that it was like somewhere that was like only like 31 mil, US dollars. Let me keep looking for you guys. Just the oh shit, my bad. It was actually 79 mil. So my bad. So it was 79 mil, which is like still kind of low for me. I mean, I feel like they got him for a steal. But yeah, man, I just think that's so crazy that he went there. So to put his perspective, like I was saying, it was like KD when he went to the Warriors. Like, that team was already really good. They won before, and they literally just added the, pretty much like the best striker in the game. So that's pretty much what happened with Haaland. But like I said, he didn't do it like KD did it. He didn't dip to go join them. He got transferred there. So Manchester City said, "Yo, we want this guy. We're gonna pay you this much. Now give us him now." That's basically what happened. But we'll see what happens, man. Because like I said, that team is really stacked. So obviously he's gonna start. But it's gonna be like a lot of people already saw. I was reading the comments and stuff, because soccer is the biggest global sport in the world, and they were just talking about how like, oh, this guy went there and they're still gonna lose, and they're still gonna lose. Like, there was just a lot of negative. Like, it was just like, yo, this kid's gonna lose even regardless going there. I don't think so. Me personally, I feel at least he'll get one Champions League out of it, but you never know, man. The way that team's assembled, they could they could start a dynasty, man. They could win three Champions Leagues in a row. You never know. Of course, everything looks good on paper. But You never know with injuries. Injuries happen, man. I can't say that more enough about injuries. Like, injuries happen. Everybody looks good on paper, but can you make it through the season healthy? 10 out of 10 times, it's usually no. No matter how good your team is, someone really good gets hurt. That's just the way it goes, man. But good for him. He's obviously gonna get paid. So he's gonna keep on, changing his generational family wealth, which is always awesome. But he ain't beating Liverpool, that. You know what I'm saying? LBJ. You don't beat Liverpool, man. Speaking of Liverpool, we in the Champions League final. Just saying. So we'll see if they can get through them, because Liverpool's got some players too, and they're obviously want to get more. They're obviously gonna want to get more players, to try to compete with this team, because man, they're a juggernaut, man. They're gonna be really good. Hopefully, hopefully they get throw Cristiano over there and he could finally be with the freaking Nike team. I'm sick and tired of him seeing him on a team that's always with Adidas. Like, that shit's so whack. Like, go with the Nike team, man. Quit giving Adidas that kind of publicity, bro. Like, they don't deserve it. So that's what's going on in the soccer world. That was the two big bombs that happened today, with Tom Brady and then Haaland. And let me see here. There was also another thing. Oh yeah, and speaking of FIFA, if you're a fan of the game FIFA, they actually ended their contract with EA Sports today. So EA Sports is not gonna have their soccer game isn't gonna be called FIFA no more. I guess they couldn't come to agreement with terms on the contract, and so they ended it. So the internet was pretty sad about that, especially people that have a lot of memories with them, because it'd be like EA just stopping to do Madden. It's like when EA stopped doing live. Like, it really sucked for a lot of fans that really liked live, because me personally, I liked live more than I did 2K, especially because they had the way better kicks, they had the original colorways, they had better music. Actually, yeah, well, at the beginning they had better music. Obviously 2K has better music now, but and their broadcasting was better, because they had like TNT and actual ESPN. So that was really cool. That's what I really liked about EA Sports. But man, they're just like on a downward spiral. I would not be surprised if they lost Madden too, man. That's pretty much their money maker, but it just kind of threw me off how they were able to lose that contract with FIFA, because that's huge. Like I said, soccer is the biggest global sport in the world. In the whole world, soccer is the biggest one. Like, there's no equal. And baseball's second close, but still, it's footy. Everybody loves soccer. So yeah, that was some sad news right there. That ends a lot of hey, come over to my house and let's play FIFA. Those kind of things. So I guess it's gonna be called now. It's gonna be called EA Sports F or Soccer FC. So I mean, that already does sound whack, but it is what it is. And in the fighting world, we have just a little bit of news when it comes to Dimitri, the guy that just beat Canelo. I guess he told Canelo straight up that he wants to fight him for all his belts now, and that he's willing to move down. Weight to fight him. So I mean, damn, like, I doubt Canelo's gonna take that fight. I doubt he is, man. I'd be really surprised if he did. If he did, I already know for a fact he's gonna win, because they're gonna pay him off. Because you don't just get worse the way that Dimitri beat his ass. Like, you don't get worse. You only get better, especially with your confidence. So I really don't see him rematching him. If anything, I see them paying him step aside money. Like, hey, dude, like, just get out of our way, stay out of our way. Don't mention my name. We'll be cool. But yeah, that's basically what was going on in the sports world. I was really, happy to hop on and do this episode, because there was some stuff to talk about. I don't want to just get on and just like literally just talk about 2 games that have been going on, because it's the NBA right now. They're just doing 2 games like every day, except for Thursdays. I think Thursdays I started seeing that they don't play. So anytime I accumulate a good amount of stuff to actually talk about, I'm gonna do a podcast. But I can't say it enough. I appreciate every single one of you. Appreciate for every single one of you that are subscribed, that are gonna subscribe, that comment, that like and share my stuff. It really does mean a lot to me, man. It really does. Just because I know how it's so awesome to know that this journey is gonna be so worth it. It's gonna be awesome. We're all gonna transcend together. We're all gonna get better together, great together. We're just gonna do it, man. It's gonna be awesome. And with that being said, I really hope you guys are enjoying life. Life is beautiful, man. It really is. Just because you might not have certain people that show you the love you want, there's a lot of other people out there that really truly love you and really do care about you. I mean, they really do. And just keep being an inspiration to those people, because honestly, you never know who you're inspiring. You really don't, until one day you find out and you're like, oh damn, I did not even know. I was just being myself. I was just being me. And that's great enough. That's more than enough. Just being you is great. Keep showing all your blessings. Give it to the world, man. Give it to the world. Change the world. You could do it. You really could. Don't doubt yourself. Quit that noise in your head that tells you, but what about this? What about that? No. You know where you're going. Don't let that voice hold you back. That voice held me back for a while from doing this right here. And now I'm finally doing it, and I have the time of my life doing this. This is my passion. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I know it. And one day, I'm going to get paid to do this stuff. And it's going to be awesome. You're going to still keep getting the same nest. I'm never going to switch up on anybody. That's just who I am. This is who I am. I like to have a good time. I like to spread positivity. I like to uplift others. I like to help others. It comes natural to me, so that's why I love doing it. There's no better feeling. And so like I said, just chase your dreams. Go after them. Don't just have your dreams, chase them. Put them into action. Trust me, it will work out. The universe will come together to help you achieve whatever you truly want to achieve and is your purpose. It will come together. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. There's a lot of people around you that do believe in you. Be the one that breaks the cycle. Be the one that show everybody, see, you can do it. It can be done. You can do what you love and get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. I love you guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one, okay?
Yeah, there's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, no. There's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste. So you better do the damn thing right. You only got one life.